Hi friends, happy Saturday, happy fall. As you guys come in, let me know that you're here. I just have a fun project that I was gonna do today, so I thought I would bring you guys along with me and we can do this together. Just trying to use up some of the stuff that we've picked up at the farms over the last couple of weeks. I just put some pears in the freezer before those go bad. So just give me 1 second here. I'm trying to get my laptop to cooperate so I can read comments. Okay. All right, so as you guys come in, let me know that you're here. I'm just gonna start peeling my apples. So I've just got 2 apples left from Thistledown Farm that we went to a couple of weeks ago. And I just need to do something with these, and my husband requested a fun little apple dessert tonight, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me as we make these. My grandmother and I used to make these when I was a kid, so I'm excited to make these again. I have not made them in many years, so I'm excited to do that, especially with some farm fresh apples. It's a super easy, quick dessert. The entire family will love it. So as you guys come in, let me know that you're here. I see somebody just got into the chat, so let me know when you guys come in so I know who's here. As I said, I'm just getting my apples peeled right now, and then I'm going to get a batter mixed up. If you are curious what we're making, we are making an old recipe, a vintage recipe of a apple fritter kind of. They are super good. My husband loves them, and he's going to be super excited to have one of these tonight. He is up working really hard today up in the woods. Hey Shelly, good to see you. Thanks for coming. I wasn't sure who all was going to be able to get on the live at this time of day because it's a different time, but I'm finding that for myself, trying to do it later in the afternoons on Saturdays just does not work. It's too hard. My husband usually gets home from being up in the woods on Saturdays. He usually gets home between 4 and 5, so it's really hard for me to try to get a live done and be able to focus on that because he usually calls me to let me know he's on his way home. And because he knows I'm paranoid, I can't help it. Hi Logan, welcome to the live. So yeah, so we're just gonna get our apples peeled. This is a super easy, quick recipe. I was up kind of late last night. Our Ducks played, and sorry if you're a Michigan fan, but we beat you. So I'm super excited. It's been a fun season with our Ducks in the Big Ten. I have been a Duck fan my whole life. We've always been in the Pac-12. My entire life it was a Pac-12. It is 1 o'clock here, where I'm at in the Northwest, and so being in the Big Ten was super strange for me, and I was a little worried of how that all was going to play out. But so far they've done really well. We are 5-0 this year, which is awesome. So I got my apples peeled. Where are you at, Logan? Shelly, you're in the Oregon area too, aren't you? Oh, UK, wow. So Shelly, you're in the Oregon area, or not Oregon, but you're in the Northwest, right? At least I thought you were in the Northwest. So as you guys come in, let me know that you're here. I'm gonna get my batter mixed up for actually I need to get my oil started because we're gonna fry these. I don't typically fry stuff, but okay, yeah, you're in Vancouver. Nice. How's the weather up there? We are very cloudy here, which is pure heaven for me because I have been so completely done with the heat for so long. I've been trying to force fall, and it hasn't happened until just recently. This week we have an actually pretty cool week, which is really nice. I'm excited about that. So I'm just gonna make this batter really super quick. It's super easy. It is 1 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 egg, I always hate it when I get shell. In my stuff. Got it. I hate it when I get shell in there. My live just started. I just barely got on here, so I've only been on here about 7 minutes. So as you guys come in, let me know you guys are here. Sunny and blue, 70 degrees. I think we're at like 60, I think today. So I'm gonna add 1 cup of milk. I'm actually using half and half because if you guys follow me, you know we don't drink milk, so we never have milk in our house. I'm gonna get this whisked up really quick. So we're just making kind of a thick batter that we're gonna dredge our apples into before we fry them. You know, I think I actually want a little bit more milk than that. I think that's batter's a little bit too thick. Let me grab some milk really fast. So I think I want I do not have kids. Well, actually, I have a son. He doesn't live at home. I don't have kids that live at home is what I meant to say. I have a son who is 32. He lives on the East Coast. Okay, that's a little bit better. I wanted a little more, not really runny, but just a little bit more loose. So I'm going to cut my apples into rings. As I said, this is a really vintage recipe. And so we're going to cut my end off. We're going to take our apples, we're going to cut them into thick rings, and then you don't want them too super thick because we're going to fry these and I want these apples to cook fairly fast. And I'm going to show you a trick. So if you've got a little tiny cookie cutter like this, my fans, what fans? I'm not sure what fans you're talking about. You mean my subscribers? Oh, hey Karen, so glad you made it. Yes, I do love my subscribers. My subscribers are amazing. I absolutely love the people that follow me on YouTube. It's awesome. I have made some really great friends on here, and I just love the community that we have gotten to build. So as you can see, my cookie cutter is just taking the core of the apple right out. Because nobody wants to eat that core. At least I don't want to eat it. Hey, you made it. You weren't sure if you were going to make it today. So exciting to see so many of you here. So if you guys watched the soup collab, let me know if you guys watched it. The collaboration that we just finished this last week for the month of September. Let me know if you guys watched it. I saw a couple of you guys on the live stream on, was it Thursday? Yeah, I think it was Thursday night that we did the live stream. That was super fun. So I know there was a few of you that made it to the live stream on Thursday. Not sure if any of my subscribers won. It was a fun collab. I have so many soups that I want to make now. Huge list of soups that I want to make. Oh, the apple harvest? Oh, that sounds like so much fun. We have a couple of really great farms around here that do, let's see, so Dietering is out, probably like, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes away from here. And they do their apple days coming up. The festival should be coming up really soon. My husband and I go, you get to go pick fresh apples. They have this really fun, this really cool game that they do where they have apples that have fallen off the trees and have rotted, and so they have this apple launch, and so you can put these in this sling and pull the sling back and launch those things. It is so fun. My husband is like a little kid when we go out there and he gets to do that. Do you have a channel, Logan? All right, so I got all of our apples. Got the cores taken out. I'm gonna start my oil over here. I just dumped a bunch of oil in my my deep skillet right here. I'll move this just a little bit so you guys can see. So I put some oil in this. I'm gonna let that get hot, and then we're gonna dredge it in our apple batter. And I still think the longer it's sitting here, the thicker it's getting. I think I'm gonna put a little more milk in here because it is a little bit too thick, and I want this so I can dip these apples in there and not have it all gloopy. Last thing I want is a gloopy. Yeah, good stress relief for sure. My husband, I don't know, some of you probably have seen him in the videos with me. He just turned 62 in August, and we are almost 10 years apart, just under 10 years apart. And he is like a little kid. I don't need kids at home because I have him. He definitely keeps life interesting. So this one I'm just using vegetable oil because that's what I had on hand. I'm still trying to just work through the things that I have in my house and not buy a whole bunch of stuff until I've worked through what I've got. So I'm just trying to be really mindful of that. I'm not necessarily doing pantry challenge anymore, other than just being really mindful of what we have in the freezer, what we have in our pantry, what we have in our fridge. You know, all those things, just trying to use up what I've got. So vegetable oil is what I had, and that's just what I'm going to use. So in this one I did, so typically for these apples, it would be cinnamon and sugar, but I decided because we're using apples, I'm doing an apple pie spice because I love this, the smell of the apple pie spice, and I think that's going to be absolutely incredible on these apples. Oh, you missed the first, okay. So I'm making a vintage recipe I used to make with my grandmother, and these are apple fritters. So basically you just take fresh apples, peel them, take the core out, which I used a small little tiny donut or biscuit cutter to take the core out of these. And I made a batter right here, which is 1 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 egg, and a ½ cup of milk. I put in about 3/4 of a cup of milk. And we're gonna dip our apple slices in that, drop them in this oil, and we're gonna fry those, and we're gonna put them on some paper towel, and then they're gonna go into my sugar mixture. It's basically like making a donut, but this is using the actual fruit and not just dicing it up. I did make some baked apple fritters a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure if you guys saw that video, but I made a couple of apple fritters. Those were good. They weren't bad. They were good, but there's nothing like a fried apple fritter. I'm sorry, you just can't beat it. Sorry, I'm trying to read. I'm not staring at you guys. I'm trying to read comments. I know, you know, I need to do an inventory. Holiday baking is coming, and I know that I'm going to have to stock up because I have so many things that I have to do over the holiday season. I've got so many parties coming up. I've got so many people that have asked me to make things for them for the holidays that I have to do. And so I definitely need to do an inventory of what I have. I know my like chocolate and stuff like that, I try not to use it again. If it was left over from last year, I'll probably just toss it and start fresh with that kind of stuff. But I do need to start watching the sales for sugar and flour and all those things that are staples for holiday baking. I need to start watching the sales for those. So I am a Boost member with our Fred Meyer, our local Kroger store. I'd never done it until a couple months ago, and I'm amazed at all the free stuff that I get. I watch my app all the time, and they're constantly putting in there. I've gotten free yogurt, I've gotten free flour, free sugar, free peanut butter, all kinds of stuff. And so I'm trying to stock up on those things when I find them and be able to get, or when they have a really good deal. Just recently, Fred Meyer had their flour for 99 cents a bag, and so I stocked up. I got the maximum that they would let me get on that sale, So that was super helpful. They should be having sugar come out soon. And so yeah, and I'll also get butter sometimes, and if I can stock up on some butter, then I'll go ahead and throw that in my freezer, and just that way I've got it for, because you know holiday baking's coming. It really is. Oh, nice. You know, we are actually considering doing a half a cow maybe next year. I follow, I'm not sure if you guys follow her or not, but Acre Homestead, her name is Becky. She's out of Washington. She does a half a cow every couple of years, and it costs them about $2,500 up there for that half a cow to have it butchered and the cuts that she wants. And she gets steaks and roasts and ground beef and all kinds of stuff, because for the same price, you'll get expensive cuts of meat that you ordinarily would pay just a ton of money for in the grocery store, but you get the same price because you're just paying the butcher per pound. You're not paying per cut, you're just paying per pound. So we've actually thought about doing that, maybe starting with just a quarter of a cow and see how that goes. And then, because we got some great farms around here that I think we could probably get some really good deals on. I need to fix this because that thing on my, there, that's better. I didn't like that halo you guys had up there. So yeah, so we're thinking about doing that. And then also, if we can probably get a cow, as I'm researching that, I'm actually looking for a place around here that I can get raw milk. So I'm going to start doing some homemade cheese, which sounds super exciting, and maybe some butter. We'll try that and see how that works. I'm trying to learn some new things, trying to learn some new skills and get some fun things going in my kitchen that I haven't had a chance to do or had a chance to learn yet, which is super exciting. So you mean the best deals when you buy the full cow or the half cow? Is that what you mean? Because that's what Becky was saying. Forget what she said the total would have been if she would have bought those cuts from the store versus buying the half a cow that they bought from the local farm up in Washington. It would have been like 3 times the price for all those cuts of meat that she got. So it definitely does pay for itself if you can afford to do it. It's something that, you know, we definitely have to save for. We are not wealthy people, and so I can't just go drop $2,500 for meat. That's just not really in the budget. But you have to figure out if you can swing that and then maybe make some cuts someplace else, then it actually will work for you pretty well. So I think our oil's getting there. So there was a video that was supposed to be coming out today, but it is not ready. It probably won't be coming out until Monday, most likely, which is part of what I did last night for our football dinner. My husband and I watched our Oregon Ducks play Michigan last night, and I did a charcuterie board, but part of that video isn't done, and I'm hoping to get that done tomorrow. I need to get it done before, how many of you guys have Prime membership with Amazon? I've had it for several years, and so I'm trying to get this video done for you guys before Prime happens on Monday, because it's going to be huge if I can get it finished. But so since I got accepted into the collaborators program with Amazon a month or so ago, I've had people sending me products to test and try out, and I was super excited about one of the products that I just got, but I need to finish the other part of it so before I put the video out, because they this specific product is going to be on Prime Monday and Tuesday, and so I want to get this done because you guys can get an incredible price. Well, since you guys are in the live, I think we can give you a sneak peek. You guys will get to see the product before the video actually comes out on Monday. But so I had this company reach out to me. It's called Bamboozy. Have you ever heard of them? So they make all 100% bamboo cutting boards, charcuterie boards, all those kinds of things. So they sent me this cutting board from them, but it's not just a cutting board. I love the backside of this. So this board has the mess-free drip groove on the side, but if you look at it from this direction, it's raised right here. So you really have a good lip, plus this groove right here holds onto your meat so it doesn't slide. And this thing is phenomenal. It is heavy. It is so nice. And so I'm super excited. I was really excited when Bamboozy reached out to me and asked me if I would test a product for him. That's what I did last night. I did, our charcuterie board was just for my husband and I. It was just for us. And so, yeah, this board is super nice. It's going to be on Prime Monday and Tuesday, and I'll have a discount code for you guys that I'll leave on Monday when I put this video out. I'll leave it in the description box for you guys. You guys can click it. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm super excited about this board. And I've got a few other companies that have reached out to me, and so I'm trying to test some more products and do that kind of stuff, because you know, when you're YouTube full time, you have to do something. So I'm trying. So I'm going to try this little piece right here that isn't exactly beautiful, and I'm just going to use my fingers because I think it's going to be easier. So I'm just going to tap this on here, get this extra batter off. I'm just going to drop it right in the oil. It should start floating, which it is. So yeah, these are going to be delicious. I need to get paper towels. So yeah, if you guys are going to do, if you're going to do any Christmas shopping this year, I would love it if you would use my Amazon link for me. That would be amazing. Only because that helps my channel grow. It helps my channel out a little bit. And so, yeah, I was super excited when they sent this to me. I've got some really fun products coming out. Most of them won't be here before Prime happens on Monday or Tuesday, but hi, Belinda. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. I've been on YouTube now for, this month actually marks my second year on YouTube, and I went full time in August. I was a chef at a sorority house for 12 years, cooked for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of girls, and I loved it. And I retired from that job in 2022 in, let's see, June, when the school year ended that year. I retired, and I was retired for almost a year. And then my church asked me to come and cook for their daycare, and I did that for a little over a year. I started in the end of March of 2023, and I quit the end of July of this year. I just could not handle the sickness. I was sick too often, and I'm not young anymore. I'm 52 now, and I don't recover like I did when I was in my 30s. So it wasn't working for me anymore, and so I really needed to get out of that. So I went full-time YouTube, and I'm loving it. I'm gonna grab a plate so we can put our donuts on here as they come out. We're gonna drop them in our, well, not really donuts, they're fritters. So we can put them on our paper towels and let them drain a little bit. So if you're just coming in, if you're new, I am using up some apples that I've got from the farm just a couple weeks ago. I had 2 left, and these are just some apples that I sliced. I peeled them and sliced them, took the core out with a little tiny biscuit cutter, and I made a batter of just a cup of flour, a half cup of milk, 1 egg, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And I'm just dipping my apples in there and letting these fry in some hot oil. And then we're gonna drop them into a mixture of sugar. And instead of sugar and cinnamon, I'm using sugar and apple pie spice instead, because I think the extra spice in there is gonna give it some delicious flavor. These are gonna be incredible tonight. We can reheat these in the air fryer, and my husband will have those for a sweet little treat when he gets home tonight for a little dessert. I know. So in the 12 years that I was at the sorority house, I got sick, obviously. But in the year that I was working for the daycare, I got sick more in that 1 year than I did in the entire 12 years that I was at the sorority house. I was just constantly sick, and it was the worst. It was absolutely horrible. So my husband and I talked about it, and I was like, when I'm missing a ton of work, it doesn't do me any good to be there. It's not putting them in a good position anyway. So Well, I'm so glad you found me, Belinda. I've gotten so many new subscribers here recently. I just broke 1,500 yesterday, as a matter of fact, yesterday morning. And so that was super exciting for me to hit that mark. I have if you guys are new to my channel, I have a friend, he's our worship pastor at church, and he has a gaming channel. He's a younger kid, he's in his 30s, and he's got a gaming channel. And him and I, even though we're on total opposite ends of the YouTube spectrum, I cook, he games, we've been like competing and pushing each other for subscribers. And he hit 1,500, I don't know, a week or so ago. And so he was rubbing it in my face that he reached 1,500 before I did. So I was happy that I finally hit 1,500 on, I think it was yesterday morning is when I saw it. So that was super exciting. I just love love getting to share my gift, my love of cooking, my love of food. I love getting to share that with people. And now that I'm not teaching cooking classes at the sorority house anymore, this was my way of just being able to do that, being able to still show my love of my food and my gift, my skills. I'm not a trained chef by any means. I am a self-taught cook. My grandmother, who was my hero and my everything, she taught me to cook, and we lost her in 1998, but I still carry all of those special memories with me. I still carry all of those skills that she taught me. And so I just love getting to share that. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop another one in because I think our oil is looking perfect. So if you guys know, when you fry anything, your oil is gonna drop in temperature whenever you drop anything in it. So you want to make sure that you're compensating for that. I think these are going to be delicious. Trying to do the smaller ones first because I think they're all going to cook at the same temperature as the big ones. So we'll get all of these little ones in here first and get those cooking. And then we've got a few big ones we can do. I only had 2 apples to use up. I've made so many things over the last several weeks. So many sweets, and my husband is just like, we need something else. And so I made a ton of bread. I've just made a ton of everything recently, and so it's just been, we've just had a lot of goodies in our house recently, but I can't help it. I just love to cook this time of year. I love cooking in the fall and in the winter. During Christmas time is my favorite. So I'm super excited for Christmas to come this year. So if you guys are new to my channel, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I love doing lives because I love getting to chat with you guys and answer your questions. And I'm talking about doing a new Get to Know Me video, because on my channel, the Get to Know Me video that pops up on my channel when you go to my channel is old. It was in the very beginning, and so I need to update that one. So I'm planning to do a new one of those here very soon. These are looking incredible. But I want to make sure that I'm cooking them not too high because it is an apple and I want that apple to cook all the way through. Well, thank you. I enjoy it. I love every second of it. Yes, I agree with you, Karen. I completely agree with you. When I started looking at YouTube, there are a lot of channels that do a lot of more fancy, more elaborate stuff, and that's just not how I was raised. I was raised very simple. My grandmother taught me to cook, and I love to do home cooking. That's me. My husband's mother was the same way. We lost her in 2002. She was from Alabama, and she taught me to make some of her favorite dishes. In fact, Thanksgiving is coming, and I'll be making her cornbread dressing for you guys very soon. She was a fantastic cook, and I loved what she did. So I was so thankful that I was able to get her recipe for cornbread dressing before she passed, because it's my husband's favorite. And so it makes a huge batch. So I've had to learn Sorry, my nose is itching. I had to learn how to break that recipe down so that I could make smaller batches of it because it is just way too much. We can't eat that much cornbread dressing. So I know, Belinda, you know what? So a sweet friend from church is the one that told me that I should do a YouTube channel. And when he first mentioned that to me, I looked at him and I said, "You're crazy and it's never going to happen because I don't like my picture taken. I don't like being on video. I don't like anything about it." And he said, "Well, I'm just really feeling like you're being called to do this." And so I thought about it and I prayed about it, and it just really seemed like this is what I needed to do. So I took a leap of faith and I did it. And when I look back at my first video compared to where I'm at now, night and day. I still was not comfortable with. I'm still not super comfortable with it, but you know what? I just have to look at it as I'm just hanging out with my friends. I'm cooking. I look at all of my subscribers as friends and my YouTube family, and it's when I get in the kitchen and I'm cooking, I'm cooking for you guys, and I'm just showing you guys what we're having for dinner that night. I'm showing you fun recipes that I have found. I'm a huge Pinterest nut. I spend hours and hours and hours on Pinterest all the time, and so I'm always finding fun and interesting recipes on Pinterest. These are cooking up really nice. Like I said, I don't want to cook them too fast or too hard because I don't want the apple to not be done all the way through. Yes, please, friends, hit the like button. I'd love to see that. I have really, really, really been trying hard to get this channel to grow over the last couple of months, and it's working, but I would love to see it grow even more, just because I love what I do, and I love getting to share that. So I would love to get to share it with more people. Simple cooking is what I do. That's where my kitchen is. Well, thank you so much, Belinda. I appreciate that. Did you watch the soup collab, Belinda, that we just finished doing? I got to partner with, if you've never checked out Mennonite Farmhouse, you need to check her out. Leanne is incredible. She is the sweetest lady ever. And kind of like myself, she does a lot of really basic home cooking. She does a lot of canning. She does a lot of food prep. She does a lot of, her husband's a farmer. They're just simple Mennonite people, and her channel's incredible. I absolutely love it. And I actually had never heard of her channel, and she reached out to me through Instagram and said that she had found my channel. She loved what I do, and she asked if I would be a part of their September collab, and I was thrilled. I cannot tell you how excited I was. I could not wait to tell everybody that I was going to be in this collaboration with so many incredible channels that I watch all the time. And so it was super fun to get to be a part of that this year. Getting a little bit of color on these. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's, like I said, that's why I love getting to do these lives, is being able to answer any questions you guys have. I'll leave a link for her channel in the description box in case any of you guys can't remember who I said or can't find her channel. I'll leave a link for Leanne in there, and you guys can go check her out. But I love watching her channel. I love watching what she does. She has an incredible sense of humor. She's definitely very funny, very witty. She's very, very smart. She knows how to stretch a dollar when it comes to cooking. I watched her last night, and she got, I forget how many chicken legs. I'm not a huge chicken leg person, but it's to each their own. So she got a huge amount of chicken legs for like $27 or something. Hey, Tina. I'm making apple fritters. They're amazing. I'll link the recipe for you guys. I cut them about maybe a quarter of an inch. Let's see. I was saying something and now I can't remember. Don't get old, friends. Getting old stinks. So I was watching her channel last night. You forget a lot. So, she got all these chicken legs really, really, really super cheap. And she packed them all into her big roaster pan. She cooked them all down, took all the meat off of them, and then put all the bones back in the cooker with, you know, carrots and celery and onions and some other stuff, and then cooked that for 2 full days and made homemade chicken stock. And she got 22 quart-size bags of chicken, and I think she got something like 30 quart jars of homemade chicken broth out of that one thing of chicken for $27. So she got lots and lots of meals, and so Leanne's incredible when it comes to stretching a dollar and just really using up what you've got. She's amazing at doing that. Yeah, it was pretty impressive. You should check out Leanne's channel. She's pretty fascinating. I love getting to see what she does. In the September collab, she's the one that hosted it. And in the September collab, she did 2 soups that now have become soups that we're going to try. But she made them with her home canned vegetable soup. And they were incredible. All right, these are browning now, so I need to watch these a little bit closer. I can't wait for you guys to see what these look like. They look incredible. And of course, I will have to eat one after they cool a little bit, because I'm not going to bite into it with hot oil, but I am going to eat one. I could dare Tina to do it. She lives just down the street. Tina's my neighbor. I could dare Tina to come down and bite into a hot apple if she wants to. So there's the farm that I got these apples from is called Thistledown. I'm sure Tina knows that one. But this time of year they do their apple cider donuts. Oh my gosh, they are absolutely incredible. Yes, exactly, Karen. You know what? I have started making my own broth. I cook chicken. We have 4 rescue dogs, and I cook for them on a weekly basis. I make homemade dog food for them, and I make homemade treats. And I cook chicken. I boil just plain chicken, no seasoning, no nothing else, just plain chicken for them. And I'll cook that chicken down, and the broth from that, I save that. And I use that because they can have the carrots and the celery and the onion and all that kind of stuff. So I put all that in with the chicken and cook it, and then I take their chicken out, and that's what I shred up and I feed them. You don't even drink really hot coffee. These are looking good, friends. Oh my word. You might have to make some of these, Tina. You'll try a warm one? Does that mean you're going to come down and get a warm one? Whoa, poppin'. When stuff pops like that, it always scares me half to death. These smell really good though. But anyways, the apple cider donuts at Thistledown are absolutely incredible, and I think that's what these are going to remind me of, honestly, is those warm apple cider donuts. When you walk into Thistledown, walk into the farm, you can smell those apple cider donuts, and everybody's walking around going, where's that smell coming from? What is that? You're cleaning house. I cleaned house kind of yesterday a little bit and cleaned my kitchen, and yeah, I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. We had a football game last night, as you know, Tina. I'm going to let these go for just another minute or two, and then I'm going to pull this batch out, and I've got 2, 4, 6, I've got 7 of the bigger ones, and these are going to go in. I think I'm going to thin my batter down just a hair. It just seems to want to thicken up on me just when it sits here. So maybe watch that if you guys use this recipe. Yes, a great game. Go Ducks. I'm excited for Ohio next weekend. That should be interesting. So anyway, so if you guys do this recipe, make sure you guys just kind of watch your batter, because as it sits, they tend to want to, wants to thicken up a little bit. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to take these straight out of the oil. You guys can see what they look like. I'm going to drop them in here, toss them around in that cinnamon sugar. And I'm going to get these right on some paper towel. As soon as I get this batch out, I'll show you guys what they look like. So stay tuned. Don't leave. I need a fork to help me toss these because they're hot. They smell just like those donuts from Thistledown. Oh my word. I don't fry a lot of stuff, but these, I think we'll be making these again. I remember now why my grandmother made these. My grandfather loved these when she made them. Yes, I will leave the recipe in the description box of this live so you guys can find it if you guys want to make it. They're super easy. They're a little bit time consuming, and that's why I thought I would do these on a live, because then I just figured we could hang out and chat while these are cooking. All right, last one's coming out. And then I'll show you guys these as I get ready to drop the last batch in. But they smell incredible. I think hubby will definitely be having one of these in the morning with his coffee. And there we go. That's, oh wow. And I honestly think that apple pie spice was the best choice. I think that was a great choice for these, because of all the extra seasonings that are in the apple pie spice compared to just plain cinnamon. All right, let's see how many of these I can get in the pan. I don't want to overcrowd it. Bear with me for just a second. I might only be able to get 4 in here. So then maybe I can eat one sooner. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the 4 for right now because I don't want to overcrowd my pan. Yes, I'm telling you, friends, they smell so good. They're still hot, but, oh. All right, I don't care, it's hot. I'm gonna eat it anyway. Those, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. Those are amazing. Wow. The apple is so nice and soft. Wow. Absolutely incredible, friends. You have to make these. You have to make these. Yes, you can hear the crunch. They are so crunchy and so tasty. I need the paper towel. Wow. Those are going to be so good in the morning with a cup of coffee. I can't wait. My husband is going to go crazy over these. I'm glad we have our air fryer because we can air fry them to heat them up, because I'm afraid that I wouldn't want to put them in the microwave because I think they'd get all gooey, soft. I just don't think that'd be a good way to heat them up. So I would say a toaster oven, the air fryer, something like that I think would be really good to heat these up in. But wow, these are incredible. I'm gonna leave it over there because if I don't leave it, I'm gonna keep eating it. And I need to watch these other ones. I'm so glad that you guys got to be here to see me. Yes, the air fryer would be perfect. But you guys get to be here to see me make a recipe that my grandmother used to make all the time. I found it on Pinterest. I'm so sad. There's so many recipes of my grandmother's that we never got from her before she passed. And so I'm constantly looking on YouTube, or not YouTube, well, YouTube too, but Pinterest, looking for recipes that look similar or look familiar to me from something my grandmother would have made. And this was exactly the recipe that she used. And she must have gotten it from, you know, a cookbook or something that she had. Have a good day, Karen. Thanks for coming. These are just incredible. Wow. Yeah, these are amazing. Absolutely amazing. So if you guys have any more questions, it's a good time while we're still on here. We got about probably 15 more minutes, and then I have a grocery pickup I need to go get. I've got a fun recipe I'm making tonight for dinner, and you guys will get to see that video later on during the week, probably sometime next week. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask me. I want to dump these other 3 in there, but I'm afraid I'm going to drop my oil temperature too far, but I think I'm going to do it anyway because, like I said, I've got a grocery pickup in a little bit, and Fred Meyer doesn't like it when you're late. Are you serious, Tina? Really? All right, one more, and then we've got them all in there. So this was perfect. I mean, 2 apples gave us plenty of treats. I think these are going to be absolutely amazing the rest of the week. We have 2 Tinas on here today. One of you is my neighbor. Are you a new subscriber, Tina Albert? Oh, wow. See ya, Shelly. Thanks for coming. All right, pulling another one out. This is the bigger ones. Let's get this tossed in this cinnamon sugar. So here's one of the bigger ones. They all smell so good. Pay tax? Oh my gosh. Where are you at, Tina? I am so thankful that we don't have tax here, at least not yet anyway. Oh, Central New York. My son lives in New York. Hey, that's one of my dogs. She apparently thinks she hears something. Yes, he lives in Rochester. I am so excited about these. I will definitely make sure that I post the recipe for these for you guys. As I should, they're super easy. They're minimal ingredients, super easy. Anybody can make these. Just outside Syracuse, nice. These would be fun to do with if you have kids or grandkids. These would be fun to do with them. Obviously, not let them fry them, but you could have them. You know, if you have a little cutter like this, you could have them help you. You know, cut out the middle of the apples and that kind of stuff. Oh, they smell so good. Oh, nice. Yes, definitely. Apples are very plentiful right now. I want to go to Apple Days out at Dietering's. There's another one. I just think they look so cool, just the way that they're shaped. Mainly because, the apples or the shape of the batter on them is what gives them that fun shape. And they just, like I said, I think the apple pie spice was the best choice. Doing the apple pie spice in it instead of just cinnamon, I think was exactly what they needed because it has all that extra flavor. Oh, are there apples on the property in Goose Bay, Tina? What kind of apples are they? Got 3 more in here. The last 3. And it's going to be perfect timing because I have a grocery pickup, so I can make a fun dish tonight. Can't even talk. Too much yelling, I think, at the football game last night. Oh wow, that's awesome. We have a friend from church that they grow Asian pears. And she just gave me in a whole huge box full of Asian pears. So I get to do something with those next week. I think I'm going to make apple butter, or not apple, but pear butter with those. And then she's got a whole bunch more because her tree is loaded with pears right now. And I've also been getting tons of elderberries from her also. She's got an elderberry tree on the property up there, and so I've got 6-gallon bags of elderberries in my freezer right now that I need to make some elderberry oxmellow is what I'm going to make with those. They are. I love Asian pears because they are crisp. That's what makes them so good. Definitely. I am just making a huge mess all over. Getting cinnamon and sugar all over everything right now. Oh yeah, you know, the other thing that I'm gonna make is, I'm hoping that we're still gonna have some that are gonna be still fresh from the tree, is I make a Asian, not Asian, but just a pear, cranberry and walnut stuffing at Thanksgiving that is so good. It's incredible. I haven't made a chutney in years though. I'm excited for all of the fall collabs that are coming up. I had to go get a calendar so I could write all the collabs out that I'm in, because there's so many of them that I can't keep track of what day things have to go up. Oh my word. These look so good. It is super tasty. I am going to make it. I will be doing a video of that one because I have a bunch of Thanksgiving videos coming out. So I just did a meatloaf 2 nights ago. We've been doing a lot of meatloaf, and I'm always looking for a different meatloaf recipe, and I just did a meatloaf a couple nights ago, and the video went up on Thursday or Friday, I think it was, but it was a meatloaf tater tot casserole, and it was so good. It was incredible. My husband came home from work, and he goes, "I smell meatloaf," and I said, "Yep, I did make meatloaf." And so it's a fun recipe because it's a great way to get kids to eat meatloaf because you got the tater tots up on top. But when I made mine, I thought I had ketchup, but I was out. And what I had in my pantry was a habanero ketchup. And so I used that and mixed that with the barbecue sauce the recipe calls for, and it was so good. Do you follow, Belinda, do you follow, I've never tried it with frozen pears. They might be too soft. Well, it's going to get cooked, so I don't think it should matter, really. Belinda, do you follow Mama Mel? She makes an incredible meatloaf that is her husband's absolute favorite dish that she makes. It's a meatloaf recipe that was given to her by a friend of hers. I think they call it Sharon's meatloaf. I made it a couple of weeks ago, and it's very, very good. It's really, really good. Yeah, check out the meatloaf that I did with the tater tots on top, because it was really tasty. It was a great way to just, I mean, you really only have to do a vegetable or a salad and you've got dinner. You don't have to do another side because you've got the tater tots on top, and that just makes it super, super good. All right, last 3 are coming out of the oil. So excited. And again, I just flung cinnamon sugar all over my floor. I'm gonna have to sweep my floor again, I think. These smell so incredibly good. Oh my word. All right, last one, going in the cinnamon and sugar. Just in time, because it is just about time. Oh, nice, Tina. Are you making that meatloaf, or are you making a different meatloaf? I've had some people tell me that now you want meatloaf. I've had some people tell me that they're going to make that meatloaf because they think it's a great way for them to get their kids to eat meatloaf, because it has the tater tots on top with bacon and cheese, and oh my gosh, it was so good. In fact, confession time, I had it for breakfast this morning. My husband is out working in the woods today, and I made him eggs and toast with our onion bread that I made the other night. Actually, the same video as the meatloaf. And we had a little bit of that meatloaf left in the fridge, and so I had it. Oh, nice. So I had a little bit of that meatloaf left, and that's what I had for breakfast this morning. It was good. So there it is. There's all of our beautiful apple cider fritters. Those are going to be so incredibly good tomorrow morning with some coffee, and the rest of the week heat those up in the air fryer or in the oven or the toaster oven or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm excited about these. So all right, friends, well, I'm going to go because I need to go get my groceries. I have a grocery order to go pick up, and I need to get over there and get that. And so I'm so glad you guys came. I'm so glad we got to hang out today. This was super, super fun. And like I said, we'll talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day, friends. God bless.